This week on Battle Scraps.
Battle Scraps is brought to you by Seymour Deer Seed Blends, Lulich Implement, White River Egg Products, and Big Rock Outdoor Productions.
Hello and welcome to Battle Scraps. On this episode, you might see some fences, but I assure you, they're just highway system fences. Now let's see what the West Virginia boys did in the big buck state of Kansas.
We went to Kansas. We got out there on the 9th of November.
Come running out and watch. Man, this is what you pray happens to you in a tree stand.
Man, that's crazy. $3 right there that I can get on the camera. We're on our way to Kansas and we're in Ohio watching this.
Come on back out there, big boy. Here comes another buck on the far, on the right side. All the way on the far right side, coming down that fence road. To the right of them bucks right there. And that big buck's gonna come plowing out there again.
All right, here we are in Kansas.
Had a pretty close encounter there.
We just had a 9-point real wide come in, 130 inch. We let it go. first day in, we got plenty of time. They're just starting to rut.
EHD or blue tongue had hit in the area where we're at, and we didn't really know it hit in the area until on our second day, and we had done passed up 3 bucks in the probably mid 130s. Anyway, we ended up finding.
I found three bucks, and I found 5 does.
Yeah,
All within 500-yard area from where we were hunting.
so it really hammered our areas, and the deer numbers are way down. It's probably going to be a few years before our area is going to be good to hunt. So Kansas was pretty rough on us. So
we have seen some pretty cool things. We got a bobcat on video. We got a bobcat on video. We got some coyotes on video. We got some bucks making some scrapes. So all in all, it's been pretty eventful. Learning the camera this year was pretty challenging for us, making sure we try to video everything, and we still forget half the times.
and the second half of the season, hopefully it turns around for us. We're late season hunters anyway, so I believe we'll do a good job here in the late season.
This segment of Battle Scraps is brought to you by Outdoor Ideas, Outdoor Inventions, makers of the Buck Bar.
It's November 9th, the first day of deer gun season.
Alright, it's Veterans Day, November 11th today.
Got herself a decoy out. Let's see how she works. Nice west wind.
It's the 3rd day of the North Dakota deer gun season, and they are running around like crazy, and the rut is on.
So stay with us. This November, she's all ready. Today is November 15th. It's November 17th. A lot of shooting. Oh, I see a deer coming now. Hope you guys saw that one. That thing was bigger than my dog, and he's about 120 pounds. Oh well. I thought it was a deer. It was that big. Stay with us. It's going to be active all day. Well, we just had a little teeny forkhorn come in right behind me. I didn't hit the record button, so my bad. Apologize for that. Well, folks, it's got to be one of the best hunting experiences I've had in a while. I just had a nice buck come right up to me. He must have heard a little bit of noise and rustling around, and then he just decided to go behind me, and I couldn't get a shot. Couldn't hardly get it on camera. So we're going to come back in the morning. Decided to go to the ladder stand next to the food plot. It's still green, even though it's not very tall. It's November 22nd, Thanksgiving Day. Well, it's November 24th. As you can see, I just had like 10 deer come run over the hill right at us. Well, kind of beside me, but one buck chasing a doe, and like 6 other does at least. Got in here a little late today. We've seen 2 bucks, 3 bucks, and about 8 does. I think the rut's still on. The buck was hard on her tail, so. 24th of November, last day of deer gun season.
Food Plotting 101 is presented by Lulich Implement.
Hello and welcome to Food Plotting 101. Last week we discussed the tools to spread your seed, but the second and most important part of planting is getting good seed to soil contact. And what does that even mean, right? Well, for example, if you just go ahead and throw your seed out on your plot and walk away, the seed's just going to sit there on the top of your soil. You'll come across several problems leaving it this way. First, hopefully you're planting close to a rainfall, but if you have too heavy of a rain, your seeds might get washed out or they might get concentrated to wherever the water ran. And if you're planting small seeds and you have soft, fluffy soil, you run the risk of having the rain drive the seeds too deep to reach the surface once they germinate. By leaving them on the surface, you also make them an easy meal for birds and other small animals. And seeds exposed to constant sun, unless you have several days in a row of rain, are going to dry out more quickly, thus not germinating or dying shortly after germination. Okay, so what's the best way to cover the seed? Well, again, there's options, but the easiest and most effective way is to simply drag your plot with something. Many use old chain link fences or mattress springs. You can also buy drags and cultipackers made specifically for this purpose. And if you're really on a budget, assuming you have an ATV or can borrow one, just driving over your plot, packing it down seems to work wonders, especially when you're planting smaller seeds because they require the least amount of soil cover. And don't forget to check out this week's expanded article over on SeymourDeer.com, where you'll find a seed depth chart, discussion on firming your seedbed before and after you plant, and more. Next week, we discuss plot maintenance. See you then.
Hey folks, this is Dominic from Team Yost Financial in Maryland. Today's November 16th. I'm about to go on a 10-day hunt here in Maryland. The rut's been really doing a lot of activity here. The temperatures are starting to drop. We're seeing a lot of deer, just not the ones that we have on our hit list. But we've been laying down a lot of footage. Stick with us, see what we can get done here this evening.
Well, we'll find out next week if Dominic can pull in that big 6. And Team Extreme Whitetails, in Kansas, you guys laid down some of the nicest buck footage so far this season. Too bad you had to pass on those little ones. Plus, Team Perkins, I think, realizes the benefit of having your teammate along to film your hunts. But that was some fantastic scenery shot, probably some of my favorite on the season. And one more thing, details about applying for Battle Scraps Season 4 are on the website. These are unofficial, but they are basically complete and will give you a very good idea of what you'll need to do in order to be ready for battle scraps, like finding a sponsor, your equipment, and all the requirements in general. So check it out. That's our show. Even though nothing hit the ground this week, things are just heating up in the woods. For everyone here at Battle Scraps, I'm Peter Michael, and thanks for watching.